evening to you. We're glad you could be here with us on this Friday. It is a mystery that has an entire neighborhood talking tonight. A strange oily substance has appeared on several ponds, and many are asking why.
Yeah, folks living in the Andover Forest neighborhood first noticed something was wrong last night. Today, crews worked to contain the oil and figure out where it came from. Our Wendy Enneking has more on the mystery. She's live in Andover Forest now with our top story at 6. Wendy?
Well, Mark, the oily sheet on the top surface of this pond behind me in the Andover Forest subdivision is slowly disappearing as cleanup crews have been here around the clock. As you can see, one of the tools they use are these white absorbent pads that literally sit on top of the water and absorb this substance. Now, city officials say the substance is a petroleum-based product that likely made its way through the stormwater system. It also made homeowners here very concerned.
And so I came home and it was like, oh no.
Ken Silvestri lives in the Andover Forest community. His home sits alongside a pond here that has become somewhat of what he calls a sanctuary for area wildlife.
We have like herons that are, eat the fish, and we have all kinds of birds, cardinals, and it's just really, it's a major nature sanctuary.
But on Thursday evening, his wife noticed something unusual.
There was a frog that was sitting in a peculiar place that it never sits, and it looked like it had some slime on it. And then there were birds that, we feed the birds, and the birds were all around this frog, and normally it would move, and it just sort of sat there stunned.
They also noticed an oily substance in the pond.
My worst fear was someone to change the oil and put the oil into the stormwater sewer.
So he called the fire department. They came out and began to contain the spill and test it.
So we found out that, someone had apparently maybe dumped some diesel fuel. We thought it was oil.
A private cleanup crew contracted with the city has since taken over the effort. And much to the delight of this homeowner, the wildlife he and his family so enjoy came out of this mess okay.
The frog is still there. He looks like he's okay, but I didn't want to push him yet because, he's still sort of resting.
Now, Silvestri says he hasn't seen any other signs of harm to wildlife like dead fish or birds, which is obviously a big relief to the people who live here in this community. Now, I spoke with a city official this afternoon with the Department of Water Quality. He said the water here eventually makes its way into an emergency reservoir. So as far as contamination to drinking water, he said the spill here is actually very small, and it was not a concern to drinking water here in the city of Lexington. No word yet on how much it will cost to clean up this mess, but it's a cost that the city will have to incur. Reporting live in Lexington, Wendy Enneking, WKYT 27 News First.
Thank you, Wendy. City water officials say they expect cleanup crews to be at work in Andover Forest until Monday.